זה לא סתם.
Were you hurt in a car accident? Before you call the insurance company, call Dean. At Dean Levy Injury Law, we know how stressful this time can be. That's why we guide you every step of the way with honesty, care, and experience to fight for what you deserve. It's hard to know who to trust, but at Dean Levy Injury Law, we treat every client like family. You focus on healing, we will handle the rest. So call me, Dina Ordin, for a free consultation. 888-613-DEAN. 888-613-3326.
Own a property in Broward and tired of dealing with tenants and repairs? Meet your local team at Vacay Mode Management. From Airbnbs to long-term rentals, our full-service team handles maintenance, operations, and everything in between. Great prices. No headaches. Real people you can reach. Call 754-208-0006 or visit vacaymodefl.com. Vacay Mode Management. Property management that actually works.
Last chance to prepare for hurricane season. Trust Advanced Roofing and Construction for quality roof repairs and replacements. Zero down. Pay in 2026. Call now for your free estimates. 833-751-ROOF. 833-751-7663.
Hi, I'm Nelly Tagar. Right now in Israel, many families are dealing with new challenges, including uncertainty, rising prices, and concern about access to food. For 23 years, Leket Israel has been rescuing healthy, fresh food and delivering it to thousands of people across Israel every week. Over the past 2 years, families who were just getting by are suddenly struggling. Your support from Florida helps real people. Right now, support Leket Israel. Help us provide food for people in need. For more information, Google Leket Israel.
יש רגע כזה בקיץ. הילדים חוזרים הביתה עם ברק בעיניים ומספרים על חבר חדש שהכירו במחנה. זה קורה בקיממה מיאמי, מחנה קיץ ישראלי עם מדריכים מישראל וחוויות לכל החיים. חדש באבנטורה בקיץ הקרוב. התקשרו עכשיו, 646-779-5579.
השכרת רכב רק באפורדבל רנטל קאר, החל $30 על בסיס יומי, שבועי או חודשי. נוחות ושירות רק אצלנו. 954-830-3020. אצלנו תוכלו למצוא את כל סוגי הרכבים, גם פרייבט וגם ונים. אז צרו קשר עוד היום עם ארז. 954-830-3020. מחירים מיוחדים למאזיני הרדיו הישראלי.
שם בין הערים ובין כפרים אתה עובר, שדות פתוחים מלאים בתות וריח גשם מתגבר. עוד הצעיף שלי על צווארך שומר מפני רוחות מזרח קרות, הלוואי השמש תחמם. כוח להמשיך, הגעגוע כבר הרגל, הפך ירח לאדום. על מה אתה שם מסתכל? הדאגה לך שורפת מבפנים. זוכר לך שאתה בפניי, יהיו עדיי הכוכבים.
טוב, שלום לכם, אתם על הרדיו הישראלי 107.1. עכשיו בדיוק 5:34. This is the time for AI. How are you, Gila?
I'm so happy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, why we have this? Now it's fine, okay.
I kind of like
it's the
it
It's second time it's happened to us.
I kind of like it. How are you, Nissan?
Everything is fine. How are you?
I'm so, as always, I'm so happy to be here. This has been a really big week, and last week was amazing, but this has been a huge week.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, and you're building some cool stuff, but we'll get into all of that.
So, what's new in AI world?
All right. Well, What's new? A lot is new in AI. For some of our listeners may have already heard. Ooh, again, I love it.
No, it's too much.
No,
I
okay.
just enjoy
Next
to play it.
No, next time I won't react, but I really love it. So what's new? April 22nd, ChatGPT really changed the game, and I'm so excited to share with our listeners what is happening. And, you know, for a while now, as you know, Nissan, and hopefully our listeners as well, I have been really moving to Claude and pushing on Claude because of the level of sophistication and things with the output. But there have been a few interruptions. I know you've experienced some of them this past week.
It's stuck.
Yeah, it's been a little bit frustrating. But the other thing is that just very recently, ChatGPT came and changed the game with AI agents. So that's really what we're going to get into today. It's really exciting. But before we go there, I want to really remind everybody. Last week we had a unusual episode for us because we interviewed Amy Amata and Kendro, who are really smart, great thinkers in the AI space, and they helped us to continue going deeper in GEO and AEO, generative engine optimization, and artificial intelligence optimization, which is a really, really important thing that our listeners need to think about. Whether it's business owners or people building a personal brand, really important. And we're starting to work more and more. I've been working for a bit on GEO for myself. We're starting to work on it for the station and all kinds of really important things. But this is the time because it's a first mover's advantage for getting named as an expert or as a business in response to people searching for something. You know, have you thought a lot or ever about the fact that like YouTube and Pinterest are search engines versus the other social media that's really, you know, you drop it and it's gone, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. It's happened all the time.
Yeah, so AI is a lot like that. And when people are going there searching for a specific answer, right, really in need, and it's just not the same as, you know, show me best restaurants near me, but when they're really getting into AI, because of the way they are speaking and communicating with AI, it's deeper. So when they're there and they're ready to interact or get an answer, they are warmer and ready to, you know, usually more ready to buy or to move forward with an expert or a business that comes up. So I'm going to remind everybody of the importance of starting to think about GEO, generative engine optimization, and it's something I can certainly help and would love to help more and more of our listeners with. It's amazing what's happening there. But the thing that I really want to move to today and remind people again that one of the biggest misconceptions that I think people still have about AI is that it's only for highly technical people, and that people are really allowing their fears about AI to get in the way of just moving, sometimes taking messy, imperfect action, which will make a huge, huge difference for them. But really, the barrier to entry is dropping faster and faster than most people realize, and that truly changes the playing field, and that changes how we need to think about this entire moment. And that's really what I want to bring to everybody today with the exciting things that are happening with AI agents. So I'm kind of back on the ChatGPT bandwagon now because they made AI agents so much easier and so much more accessible. I spent a very short amount of time this week and I built 3 new AI employees that are doing so much work for me. It is bonkers.
Can I ask you a question? Can I combine ChatGPT agent with Claude?
It depends on the things you're connecting with them. So you can potentially have them, you know, essentially like one do a part of a task and the other pick up and take up the next. I don't know about having them talk directly to one another. I'm guessing that the founders of both companies are not going to make it so easy to do that. But the thing with what you just asked is that with AI employees and with AI generally, you want to keep things, at least for now, with a specific lane. If you ask, for example, an AI employee to do too many things, it's where things start to get problematic. And that's actually, if you think back to some of our prior segments, that's where hallucinations and other misinformation starts to come up. When you start to ask AI to do too many things at once is when it really gets confused and will just, make something up and sound really confident about it in order to, give you an answer and keep you engaged. So I would say, if you have two different agents or employees that you want to do two different tasks because of the different expertise and the different ways that Claude works or ChatGPT or Gemini or what have you, that you have basically trigger events that let's say ChatGPT starts and does go and read my emails and summarize them, and for example then Claude go and look at the summary that was just created and draft responses.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I will try to combine Claude and ChatGPT because the agent of Claude demands a lot of money. It's going easy. It should just disappear easy. They want more money after a few times, and it doesn't worth the money.
Yeah, I hear you, and I'll tell you to take advantage of the upgrade that AI has made, that ChatGPT has made with agents. You do need to change your account type to a business account, which means $50 a month minimum. And I actually have not attempted yet to remove my personal account. I'm now, I have a personal account that was a paid account, and I'm using them both in parallel because I wanted to not just get rid of my old account. So I'm not even sure yet if you can just get rid of the old. I think you can. I think you can just go now to $50 a month instead of $20 at a minimum. The good thing there is also you have two users. You have a minimum of two users. So, you can, it's basically $25 a person, but it's really, really worth it. And I'm just blown away. I've been making AI employees with Claude, but ChatGPT changed the game, really. Like, it's so different, and it's easy. However, I will also share with you that the main piece that does take some significant time, and I've shared before, that creating and training an AI employee, it's not a 5-minute thing, because you need to make sure your processes are right, you need to make sure that things are working the way you want, you need to refine. But the big thing is the brain, the knowledge base that will feed the AI employees. So I have a great system for taking everything you need to create a really in-depth AI brain that will then feed all of your different AI employees. And it can take, from 90 minutes up to considerably longer, depending where you are in your process and in your business or in your life or how you want to use it. It is so, so worth it, though.
If I want to start to build a AI agent in ChatGPT, what I need to do? Which comments I need to put in GPT?
So you're going to need to go and upgrade to that business account, as I was sharing with you. And once you do that, you will, I'm going to pull up my account so I can see it. But you are going to have now on the sidebar where you have all of the chats and things, a new, here, Nissan, I'm going to show you. I wish our listeners could see. You're going to have a new section called Agents. Okay, and here I'll show you. I have 3 new ones that I created here because most of mine are still in Claude. But I started here. I have the spy. I have fix my junkie, $$ inbox, and personalized AI newsletter curator.
You connect to your account, your personal account. You give him an access.
This is now connecting to email.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it
Creepy.
is gonna. I know it is a little crazy, but I'm not connecting it to all kinds of other things. I have one more that I didn't complete yet, so it's still in draft form. It's not here, but it's really cool. It takes transcripts from my Zoom meetings and takes those transcripts and pulls amazing content out of them, and I will be refining even, how I use that. But you go into this agents section, you say schedule, you want to start from blank. There's going to be an option, start from blank, and then you go from there. You can schedule the tasks, and you get it going. And there's also a browse agent.
What does Spy do exactly?
My Spy. This is a great one that I can help our listeners build, and I highly encourage. The Spy will go and look at all competitors in your market and tell you what's working for them, what's not working for them, what offers they're making, how their ads are doing, what's working.
There's only one Israeli radio station in South Florida.
I
So
know.
it's not going to help me, but it help other people. If you have a business of a restaurant, if you're plumbing, you're an electrician, it will help you a lot.
It will also help the listeners who want to advertise with us or to sponsor our shows. We can give them incredible intel about what will work in their advertisements now. Okay, that is a game changer that I'm really excited about, and I've started helping a lot of businesses understand how to tweak their ads and how to tweak their marketing so that things are converting so much quicker. And I know we're also starting to put in place some really cool things where the companies that are advertising with us are going to have more visibility in the Facebook group, in WhatsApp, and things like that. And we're going to use the Spy that we create for them to help them with that too.
That's great. If you're using SEO, it's also good for you. It's like diagnose the marketing, what's going on around me.
Yes, and the Spy will go and look at a lot of Facebook ads and a lot that's happening on social media in addition to
I
the
will give you a
SEO.
tip. You can connect the Spy to the GPS, so you know exactly where you are and the IP address. So if you take your local IP address, okay, you're in Boca Raton, so it will actually know exactly where you are in Earth, in the planet, exactly.
Right. Yes, we can definitely do it that way, and there are other ways that we can go in and really narrow it down. So for local businesses, they can really understand locally, but they can also then go outside of the local market to see similar markets, what's working, what's not working. It's really, really amazing what's happening and how the barrier to entry is getting less and less, and how non-technical people more and more, really can use AI is so game-changing.
Yeah, I'm not software engineer, but I become in the last months, and I'm doing things that I can dream to do, but it's actually start to work. And I'm sure a software engineer will do better for me, but the day become that we don't need a software engineer anymore. And it's true. Listen, I can see it. It's the moment this technology will be perfect, it will change the world. Now it's just starting, and we see some magic.
This is the worst it's ever going to get, and I can only imagine, because so quickly it is changing, so quickly. So the really important shift when it comes to the barrier to entry that I think is really important is that it's not just smarter AI, it's that powerful systems are becoming usable by normal people without needing to build everything from scratch. I mean, just what you were saying, right? Like, think about what an app would have cost you before, or, it's changing the game.
I develop a software easy that costs to company to develop this software at least 10 years, okay? Millions of dollars. I did it by myself in 1 week. 1 week, all these 10 years, all these engineers in the last 10 years, I developed the software by myself. I go to Claude, tell him I want X, Y, Z, Now the issue is bug. There's a lot of bugs in the software. It's not perfect. It's still running, but it will be fine in the end. We need just patience. And every time that I build the new version of the software, it just improves every time. It's become more and more and more. So think about it. Company that invest millions of dollars in software, I can do it by myself at home, and we don't need this company. A lot of software's company in risk, and if you're not in the AI business, you're not going to be exist in this world. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true.
And so much opportunity then to innovate. If you are nervous about what's next, start learning these skills. Get yourself in rooms with people who understand. More people, I mean, I get a good amount of calls. More of you should be calling me, frankly. I mean, you got to get in the rooms with the people who are doing this. And if it's not your business, this might be, time to start thinking about making your business. Or again, how do you improve what you're doing? How do you get bigger reach with, how do you allow yourself to not hustle harder, right? But get so much more output. And actually that's something that I'm really, really bringing to my clients, because for me, I really see this as a leadership moment, right? If you don't know what is important to you, if you don't know what you're grounded in, it is going to be so easy to just get swept away here. So I'm calling it REV and saying you got to rev it up, which stands for rooted, expansive, and values driven. The way you are viewing AI, you need to really get rooted in what's important to you. You need to think about this as an expansive opportunity, not come at it in fear and looking at what it's going to take away. I mean, you do need to think about what is it going to take away so that you can get ahead of it, right? And then values driven. What are your values? What is important to you? And you can do massive things right now if you come with that kind of curiosity and look to build. And you don't need to, go down it's easy to get sucked in, go down rabbit holes, but with the right guidance and being in the right rooms, wow, what a difference this can make in your life.
Another thing, if you're going to university to get a degree, think twice, think multiple, because the world is changing. I heard what Elon Musk said, nobody needs a degree soon, so it's kind of creepy, and think a lot. What do you want to learn? What do you want to be? You're going to be after finishing college, because also the university doesn't put AI programs a lot, and it's a problem. I see also my school scan, there's no AI program there, nothing.
Well, you just opened up such a great conversation that I really do want to have. So number one is here, the real advantage when it comes to AI is adaptability, and it's really important. Personally, I mean, listen, I'm a lawyer. I have 2 bar exams under my belt, 2 bar memberships, but I have been saying for a long time, I don't think that it's, that I'm not a lover of college, except for the experience and for the connections you make and things like that. I think there's a lot that's broken in the system. However, that said, when you are working with AI, there's a whole thing that's happening now with people who are thinking that they are geniuses as they're working with AI, but it's because they don't have enough experience and knowledge to really understand what good output is and what garbage is. And so one of the best pieces of advice that I could give young people or someone who's trying to make a pivot to a new industry is pair with somebody who really understands the industry and work together. You be the AI person. You really start to help them understand how do they use their knowledge, and they will help you see what output is right and makes sense, because otherwise, you come up with these things you think is genius and it's really garbage. So this, I think, is the magic combination right now, right? Somebody who is deep in their expertise, but not really wanting or knowing how to bring AI in, and somebody who is interested in that area, but really interested in becoming what I've heard called, and I like to call, and have been called, an AI architect, right? And architects with that get together, and that is where there is real magic. I think we're going back to, I think, the, kind of mentorship trade, tradesmith kind of thing of older times. Get together with somebody who knows and have them school you.
Okay, I think we cover a lot of things today.
I think so too.
Okay, Gila Leodato, Global AI. If somebody want to reach you and advise with you, what do you need to do?
They should call me, 561-257-4551, 561-257-4551, or you can always find me on the Israeli Radio Facebook page. Love hearing from people over there. Or you can email me, gila@globalai.com, and I spell it GLOW for generating light on the world.
Gila Leodato, thank you very much, Global AI. Have a nice weekend. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. As always, thank you, everyone. And please let us know what you want to hear. We want to answer your questions.
Amazing. Thank you, Gila.
Thank you, Nissan.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
דרך מחשבות אל תוך חלום, לא אל תיסע רחוק, לא תמצא אמת בשום מקום אחר. אני איתך היום כמו כל יום.